Yeah, hello everyone. You're welcome back again on the BETONG Crypto. In today's video, I want us to talk about timing. Timing is everything when you are trading Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. You need to understand when to buy, when to sell, and when to stay away from the market. There are a lot of stuff you need to take into consideration, but timing is one of the main things to pay attention to. Now, I have this indicator here that I want you guys to get. Is one of the best out there, and I use this indicator to help me understand what time for me to trade or what time I have to trade. So the indicator is time, crypto time. Just go to crypto time. um market session times. This is it. Market session times, by trade travel chill. Yeah. And if you put on the indicator, you're gonna have it like this, down here on your, can see down here I have Asia, UK, US. You can click on the indicator to have my settings if say you want. Or you can see this in my settings. You can take off the moon cycle. If I put it on, it's going to appear there, the moon cycle. You can take it off. I don't have it. So this is the only thing you have to untick. So this is it. Now, what this indicator does is simple. It gives you the hours during each session that the market makers are moving the market either to the upside or to the downside. So these zones are zones that, or this time or this period are period that the market makers are trading so hard. That's liquidity is getting in the market so hard. During the Asia session is around 8 p.m. my time. Your time, I don't know what your time is going to be. But if you put the indicator, if you insert the indicator on your chart, you're going to see this shaded zone like this. Asia have this, like with Asia, there's not much going on with Asia usually. UK, not much, but US has much volume. You can see US usually move the market either to the downside or to the upside. US usually take the trend to either direction depending on what UK and Asia has done. So UK usually continue the trend of Asia, then US is gonna either reverse the trend of UK and Asia, or maybe continue the trend of Asia and UK. You just have to understand how to apply it. Now, let's say this is Bitcoin today, right? And the market open, this was today, it opened down here. What price was this? It opened around, let me get a different indicator here so we can do this. Let me get a different chart so we can do this properly. Okay, this is a chart I want us to work on. Now, during the US session, usually, the market makers tend to push price to the direction where there's more liquidity or where UK have taken price to. Now you can see the market open here, down here around, let's say, let me see the price point around 112,800, right? And it took us right up to this zone here um around 113,600. And then during the UK session, UK took us up there. Now, during the end of the UK session, you see this shaded area here. These are the time that you need to. My time is for 14:00. That's 2 o'clock. That's the time I want to look for the big moves that gonna happen in the market, right? Then US is gonna start begin by 15:30 my time. That's 3:30 my time. I don't know about your time. If you put the indicator on your chart, or if you have the indicator on your chart, it's gonna automatically update to your time. For now, you can see that's automatically updated to my time. So I'm having it for me. When US open, the moment to trade or to start looking for trade is from 15:30 right up to about let's say what time is it, about 18:15 or 18:45. So within that range, I love to trade UK a lot. Within that range from 15:30 to 16 o'clock, that's sorry 18 o'clock, that's 6 o'clock. That's the moment that I'm looking for trade. That's the moment that the liquidity is coming in the market. Now let's go back to what happened yesterday. You see, look at what happened yesterday during the US. No, let's say on Monday first. You see, look at what happened. This was Monday. During the Asian session, Asia brought price down, right down here to around let's say 114,800. Then after that, we saw how UK took price right up to about um $115,000. US came in. US brought price back towards the area that price began during the Asia, like the towards the low of Asia and the low of UK. After that, US took us right up to about what price point? Took us right up to about 116,800. And during the beginning of the Asian session, or at the beginning of the Asian session, we saw how Asia dropped price right down to this low here around $114,000. Then UK started around 114, the same $114,000. Then was not able to go and break the market open of you of Asia. You can see Asia started here, and UK wasn't able to go and break close above. You can see UK rejected, this zone. And when US started, US wasn't able to go and do the same thing, like to break above and close above the UK close. So during that moment, during that window from 14 o'clock to 18 o'clock, that's the moment you want to be looking for that huge buy opportunity. Okay, and this applies to whatever asset you are trading out there. You should pay attention to the time. You can do all your analysis, look at where liquidity is, look at blah blah blah, but you need to understand when money is coming in the market, when the market makers are being active, or when the banks are trading, or when the banks are moving huge money, or buying different assets out there. You need to understand when the liquidity is coming in the market. Like, for example, today, let's apply the same theory. Yeah, look at what happened. When the market opened during the Asian session, Asia took us down here to around 112,400. I will just say, give or take 112,500. Then UK took us during this peak. It took us right up to what price point? Right up to about $113,000. Then during the beginning of, or in the course of the beginning of the the UK session, we saw how UK tried to bring price a little bit downward. But again, it held this zone here, which was good news. It didn't break this zone and went to make higher highs on the 15 minutes time frame, which means UK have broken the high of Asia, which means we are bullish, right? This is just retracement from this movement to the upside. Now we are seeing this huge candle on the 15 minutes time frame, and I think during that moment, during the end of the UK session, we are going to see price go and recover some of these vectors here that you see. If we go to the 1 hour time frame, I share with you guys that we are going to recover at least half of this vector here. This huge move, usually when you see a huge move like this, price usually go to recover at least half, and this will mean price going to at least the 50-day moving average on the 1 hour time frame. That's where we should be looking for that short opportunity or continuation So if you are holding Bitcoin right now or you are trading Bitcoin, you see the price of Bitcoin around like the 50 moving average, you should consider taking out some profit. You can wait to see break above this moving average with high volume. You should consider volume. Let's see the current volume. Let's see what we have with the current volume. Let me just see if I can log into my CoinAng. Let's see if I can log into CoinAng, and then maybe we can see something, some volume, see where we are with the liquidity, to protect you guys after you must have done your stuff. You need to look at what price is doing to be able to understand how you're going to position yourself in the future. You can see clearly the volume is not that much. It's not that great. If you look at the current volume, it's not that great, right? If you look at this volume, that break, this volume here, that break, let me bring price a little bit. The volume that based on this candle, you can see how this volume was huge as compared to the previous candles. You can see here dropping high. This candle, maybe we like, let's see how it's gonna close. If it close with trend, then it's gonna mean the breakout from the 50 moving average is going to be huge. But now, I want you guys to see something here. We have lots of liquidity below price too. For Bitcoin, you can see around 112,500. There's still some sort of liquidity there that they can still come and grab. If we scroll downward, you're going to see that we have also liquidity here around $112,000. That's spot orders. We go down here around 100 and $11,000. We have also buy orders here, guys. These are buy orders. When you see price dropping, the market makers want to come and fill these buy orders. There are people buying as price is dropping. Maybe some of you think that when price is dropping, it means people are selling. No, people are buying instead when price are dropping, and when price are going up to the upside, people are selling. So that's when price is going up, it means people are selling. Right? For now, we have lots of orders above price. You can see we have some orders here that they might push price to. And if we go to the liquidity heat map, you see that we have like liquidity above price right up to $115,000, and we still have liquidity downward here. But because we are closer to price, I think they want to sweep this liquidity above right up to $116,000 before they take it downward, or maybe they can continue from there. And if you see this happen with high volume, then you want to consider placing that order after price must have break and we test the 50-day moving average on the 1 hour time frame. Make sure you pay attention to what I just mentioned on the 1 hour time frame. Usually you can like when you see a huge vector like this, and you start seeing price recovering, all you need to do is use this box from the beginning of this candle, not the wick, the candle, the close of the candle, not the wick, the candle, and you mark the middle point of it. Can mark it with a line like this. Yeah, price. That's where the pivot point. That's where you should expect. They should expect the market makers to take price to. At least they have to recover half of this vector before anything else. That's why I strongly believe price is going to come here. Maybe after that they might reject it, then go and sweep the liquidity downwards. So I'm looking at this to mean that all coins are going to do the same thing. And one thing I want us to look at carefully, if you are analyzing the market to know when to trade, you have to look at USDT dominance. Look at the different sessions, UK, US, what dominance is doing on that on those different sessions. For example, you see US, UK, Asia drop dominance downward. UK is now dropping it even more further, which means US might drop it and it might take us right down to the 50-day moving average for USDT dominance. And from there we might start thinking, oh, maybe we might expect reversal from that price point. You can see from here price rejected, when to make higher highs, maybe the same thing is gonna happen here. So if you see um, dominance around the 50-day moving average, you want to start looking at opportunity to get out and then start shorting the market or shorting Bitcoin or other um, cryptos out there. I really appreciate those of you watching. You are awesome. Yeah, that is it for today's video. Hopefully you got some value out of it. Yeah, see you guys the next one. But if you haven't yet subscribed, do subscribe. Hit that bell button and see you guys the next one. Bye bye. Ciao.